an esoteric.
Yeah, yeah, I was pretty much born into it.
Wow. It reminds me of the stories of those witch families. Not necessarily well, at least the ones here in Doramere. There are these covens that are connected to the original unicorn dragon, and that there would be these coven of women who would pass on their knowledge onto the daughters of unwanted villagers, and they'd raise them up as their own. They would be the most magically inclined of most of the denizens of Doramere. Kind of reminds me of something you'd be related to, but you're not from around here, are you?
Yeah, no. I mean, it could be something like that. I don't know. I never really knew my parents, though.
It's sun there.
Hmm. That's unfortunate.
She nods solemnly. As she leans in and she says, "There are rumors that say his son must have practiced some foul magic, and that sooner or later that, let's say, black magic recoursed and rebounded onto him, maybe kickstarting something even worse, but you never know with those sorts of rumors. The Red Walls are a famous family in Blood in the Mist."
Yeah. I don't know if I believe the idea of bad magic. I think magic is just a tool, and it's a tool that we don't really understand, and so sometimes it goes wrong. But trying to moralize it seems a bit naive. I don't know.
Grey magic is all sort of modern arbitrary labeling. I don't think us in Dormare, ever had any specific labels. We just associate magic with whatever it came from, whether it's from the stars or from the unicorn dragon or, well, what's the most easiest association with demons, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
She shrugs and she says, "I'm still learning my witchcraft. I don't even like to consider myself a witch, not until I've learned to really properly master all the tools under my belt. Maybe collect a few dozen cats. Maybe get a walking chicken house."
It sounds fun.
And she sees Maximus just like slumped over. He's like tired. And she pats his shoulder.
Does Ludmilla have the heal spell?
Nope.
I will say this will apply on your suit spell. Otherwise, that'd be hyper specific.
Okay.
So I'll allow this to extend to your soothe spell.
Yippee!
So, kind of rumbling about as she's tightening the belt around her waist, and the two women are conversing in Elvish. Does Shanak know Elvish?
She does.
You can hear the Dark Elf mentioning, "I hear there are constructs that are in the Cubes of Solitude. Have you ever faced any?" And the Light Elf responds, "No, I don't deal with combat directly. I prefer that the others do it. Like this one." She sees you approach.
Oh. Shanak will. How does she wanna?
The two
You know
blondes
what,
look
she
at you expectantly.
Well, she wanna appear smug and smart, so she's gonna respond back in Elvish. Yes, and I would like to have your people's help, if that isn't too much to
Almost
ask.
appalled, but not quite offended. As she says, as the Light Elf says, "Oh, looks like someone has taken the time to at least care for such a elegant language, such as Elvish. My apologies for any sort of indirect aggression. My name is Chloe Luthien, this is Kaylani Corinthia, and you must be..."
Shanak Talnak.
Kaylani whispers, "Are you that alchemical criminal?"
I wouldn't know.
She leans back with a bit of a smug expression. And Chloe says, "What's that, dear?" And Kaylani responds, "Oh, nothing. Go on." And Sharaku, the two look at you. Amarans certainly don't quite know who inhabited previously. There were a group of people who moved into it and created a settlement, a nice village. Although, it was overrun a couple of years ago. A pack of beastmen, maybe a few undead, and a couple of living constructs. The cubes are both natural in its environment, but also artificial in its greater construction. The Temple of Timelessness, I hear, resides in the middle cube, the one that is nested into the ground. There are 3 cubes in total. There's one floating above, one nested on the ground, and one deeper underground. That are made of stone. No one quite knows what really animates them. There were a couple of scientists that were sent in to try to understand what could be giving these creatures a sort of animation. There's a theory that it's not quite stone statues themselves, but perhaps a sort of artificial engine inside them. No one quite knows. But I have seen one up close, and it was in the form of a very rowdy satyr, although this one displayed no such anomalous properties, no different from the others. So I would say mundane constructs that attack physically with their own bare form. I don't recall anything out of the ordinary beyond that.
Flicker a bit. What? Why would you assume that I would exploit it?
Well,
I'm an alchemist, you know.
Oh, I'm sure there are plenty of... So she turns to Kayla. I'm sure there are plenty of alchemical ingredients you could take for your own. Maybe something that might erase the effects of petrification, or maybe cause petrification if you're feeling particularly gruesome.
And you haven't tried to research it yourself?
She goes, "Heavens no, have you seen the area? It's dangerous. I'm no fighter. That's why Kaylani's here." And Kaylani throws her hair back a little bit.
Wonder if there's... What's up with Peter Prake anyways? Or do you people have as little of a clue as we do?
Greater fortune. Clearly it's made men mad. I mean, look at Mr. Snake Tongue. You've heard the way he speaks.
Yes, well, his name isn't really inviting.
Kaylani adds, "I hear he was a torturer before."
What?
Chloe blinks. She goes, "It's true. That's been one of his suspected career paths. They call him the Snake Tongue because, well, he's a wretched individual who extracted information. No wonder he knows so much knowledge about medicine."
Dude, tell him so. Or yeah, we're working with with an ex-torturer, but hey, he's a political ally.
What
Okay?
do you think he'll realize?
Well, yeah, okay, but
Ghosted. We're not the good guys.
I know.
Soon EGF.
It's just such a whiplash from season 1 where we worked with naive college kids who like clean out a druid's grove, and then all right, so for our next assignment, you're working with a murderer.
And remember, Joseph,
torturer.
Sylvester Snake Tongue is the uncle of Ilana, one of those fucking goobers that we worked with.
Exactly. So how did that happen?
I don't know. Ask him.
Have
Ask
you heard of a
Sylvester.
place called
Is
Israel?
Alana a sadist? Does it run in the family? Is Ronan okay?
Well, we know that.
Is
We know
Ronan
that.
actually the normal one?
Yeah, is Ronan the most normal Redwall? If so, is it so over?
I was gonna say, you know, Alana's pretty normal, but no, I have insider information that she actually ends up with fucking the dickhead.
Well, this has all been very helpful, thank you, especially the part about Snake Tongue. I realized I should have done my research, but I suppose I'm doing it now.
Kehlani says, "Indeed, be very careful. You wouldn't want to. We wouldn't want Mr. Snaketongue to recollect his old memories if you're on his bad side." And Chloe goes, "That's such a terrible joke, Kehlani. Don't make such a brutal and cruel joke." And Kehlani winks at both of you.
Yeah, no, Shark's ears go down a little bit at the thought of that. Just, yeah. I'll keep it in mind. And,
When you turn away, she just a colon 3 face.
what?
You walk away. And second to last, Fabiola. You watch.
While Shinnok was having that conversation, Fabio was gonna approach this group of individuals.
They're playing paper airplanes as they're throwing them around, and one of them's playing paper football as Maddox here is he's got his like 2 thumbs together, his like index fingers raised, and Derek is trying to toss one in. Let's see if he does it.
I'm going to Frankie.
I do not think that is a healthy way to proceed with your life. Maybe you should consider renaming yourself.
Well, then what should my Argonaut name really be then?
I do not know. I cannot choose your name for you.
Percy, why the fuck do you gotta make this guy sound like the wise and whimsical man?
Angelina goes, I don't know, I think I like Frankie. And Maddox says, that just makes me think this is a guy. Clearly, you're a girl.
Yeah, I clearly am.
He narrows his eyes at you.
I plink at him.
He
Then
plinks.
I'll turn to look at them again and say, so I was wondering if you guys knew anything about this temple of timelessness that we're gonna be heading out to soon. Good.
He kind of snaps his fingers to think. Maybe some fishmen. They were said to be spotted from the coast. They've been kind of going in and out. If reports from the Hungry Mutts was anything to rely on.
Who are the Hungry Mutts?
Those bandits you cleared out.
Oh, sorry, I didn't really catch their name.
He looks at Derek and Angelina. He looks back. Right. What else did you want to know? I probably have the most knowledge in terms of like living there, but like if you're looking for history, not me. If you're looking for,
What's sort of like right now?
I mean, have you ever been in a stone garden
She's gonna shake her head no.
or anything like that? But just as a general principle, they thought the cubes would be the first step to some sort of they called it like a timeless enlightenment, that they would quote unquote transcend the confines of the 4th dimension and ascend to a higher state through the process of alchemy. And Angelina goes, "Damn, Maddox, you got it right." And he kind of coughs. He goes, "Anyway,
You're pretty smart.
I'm not. I don't even know much about alchemy. I just play rugby."
Oh,
But
what's that?
it's a sport. We're playing like a very simplified paper version of it. And Derek nods.
Do you guys know anything about this Peter guy? Maybe. Now, if I find one of those stone things, I might as well give it to you because I don't know how to use guns.
Yeah,
I
I saw you
don't
fight. You got pretty mean with that glaive.
Well, yeah, I have to be.
Maddox
Can't really
looks
be
at
nice
him.
with this thing around.
He goes, the make of it is quite pristine. Honestly, I couldn't blame you if you wanted to keep it.
Well, yeah, I don't plan on selling it off anytime soon. Well, I mean, unless I find a better one, but I don't think I'm gonna find a better one.
He nods as he looks over at the horizon, the Cubes of Solitude, not too far. Anything else Fabiola wants to say or ask these guys? We're responsible for creating these constructs. Again, there are a couple of theories, but none of you are anthropologists, unless you have a specific interest in it. But it appears that these are unique stone constructs among the others, and it appears that they are in these locations of particular states of decay. And have weathered against such intrusions, perhaps. You don't know if they are responding to human incursions into the cubes, or if they are simply doing as they have been programmed, rudimentary, arcane spells, but I'd be very careful. And Sandra here can always keep an eye out and scout for us from afar. And she silently nods, not adding too much to the conversation in any vocal way. With that, Christian, what would you like to do? Or would you like just to continue listening in?
I mean, perhaps for like a minute while he's nonchalantly inspecting this bush over here.
This weird ass bush. I mean, this is it really stands out amongst the vegetation.
Yeah. But since like it's kind of pretty much the exact topic that was gonna ask them about, he's just gonna approach and say, greetings and salutations. Did I hear you right? Were you talking about the Temple of Timelessness?
They all turn to you. Component. Edwin kind of shrugs. He seems indifferent to the suggestion, and he says maybe he's using it to create his own sort of settlement. Perhaps there were some differences between him and those who were in the prior Glenn's Reach area, but it's hard to say. As opposed to, and as far as I'm aware, with his own capabilities, he was, as far as Mr. Snaketongue was willing to divulge such information, was a proficient swordsman, of the sword and shield variety.
Well, that is also pretty good information to have. I'm much obliged. Is there anything else that you can tell me about this temple? Any rumors that you have heard? Any dangers that we might face? Or any secrets to uncover beyond what you have told me already? Smirk.
The girl here, she goes, name's Sandra, and you said you are Christian?
Yeah, Christian is my name, but you may call me Chris if you'd like. Sandra, and your name is?
Hajar. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'll spell out their names real quick. So Sandra and Hajar. And the elf's name is Edwin, which is clearly a human alias, because a lot of elves typically don human aliases just for ease of communication, but also as a sense of privacy for their own elvish identity. However, names you probably are familiar very briefly with these two. As far as you know, Caranthia and Luthien are their real elvish last names, but their first names are human names that they've donned. So it really depends. Either some elves take on human names entirely, or some might mix and match, or a rare few might just give you their elvish names.
What the hell? If it turns out to be an evil sort of miscellaneous, mischievous thing, then we might have to intervene, but probably better in his hands than in Peter Prick's.
He puts the notes away and he goes, I haven't given many of my opinions. I have been simply laying down the facts, but I will give you this. I believe Mr. Snaketongue is not merely motivated by the selfless pursuit to re-establish a settlement that was unfortunately slaughtered by the hands of not only those who betrayed it, but alien constructs and whatever such hostile entities. But I believe Mr. Snaketongue is doing this to avenge his fallen son. This is an emotional response, quite natural for humans, no?
Yeah, no, that is quite normal indeed. But I mean, wouldn't you say that Sylvester Snaketongue over there, and then Christian glances at him, is a respectable, trustworthy fellow?
He's not outright. If you have any questions for him, I believe he will simply state the truth of it all.
Yeah. Very well. This has been very, very informative. I thank you so much for your time. If you need any help from me, be sure to just come up and talk to me. but for the meantime, we will probably be heading out soon.
He nods. He goes, "It was nice to meet you, and it's good that you're in the know. I don't know quite what sort of horrific traps might be ahead of us when we approach, but we are going to different directions across the cube, so we might not be all gathering together like an army."
Yes. At the end of the day, it is good to hear that good people are trying to look into this, and for me, the best that you can do is to keep yourself safe. And with that, I will depart.
He nods, and the three of them bid you farewell. Must say,
He doesn't know her name.
Oh, that's right. You're just Stormeye. I keep forgetting. He'll say, "Before you go, Stormeye, I must say, I admire your sorcery. Be sure to prepare your sorcerer's powers for the journey ahead."
I appreciate that.
You've proven to be the most competent spellcaster in our party here. Do whatever it takes to best those that Peter Prey could likely have in our path.
Oh, you flatter me.
I only speak truth. And he'll do a flourishing bow.
Yeah, Lisman bows.
You're free to go as he'll gaze upon the astrolabe, the orb.
Truth and real, Sylvester. Stormeye, would you come
And
with
he'll
me?
nod to you, Shinnok.
Ah, that's very kind of you, but I think I'll be capable on my own.
Very well. If you have confidence in that regard, then I will stay back. Otherwise...
But I would appreciate the book.
Ah, I see. Well, then I'll hand you the book.
Thank you so very much.
My notes are
capable.
my notes are written in, well, Christian can translate any additional information.
Ah, so it seems we will be working together. Very closely, Shinnok.
Hardly. I think I'll read the book without notes. Alchemy's intuitive enough.
Do I believe her?
I mean, she's not lying in that she thinks she can do this, so...
Grazing along. Some of them don't even mind your presence as you're walking along, the clattering of your equipment. You're taking a few sips of your flask and perhaps chowing on a little bit of rations as you all are making the journey. Some of the other Argonauts are commenting on the sight. Some of them can't help but make sounds of awe as they see the glowing structure. After getting into a closer distance, the hanging cube, you see that there is a figure indeed standing along the side, shadowy. You cannot make much out of their specific details, but they are ever so watchful. And Sylvester makes a comment and says, "Don't worry about the spectator. It is just an anomalous thing in the general vicinity. Unless it makes any outward movements, you needn't worry. Make your way over to the westernmost cube. I believe there is a entrance not too far. Follow the cattle. Past them, you will find one of the many entranceways. You will look for a mark. That glyph that you will be searching for is in the sign of the unicorn dragon, above a hourglass. Once you have identified it, make your way past that. I recall this region very, very vividly, as it was one of the outposts I had been stationed at when I was working here. Go there, and hopefully you will arrive at where I suspect Peter Prague might be. Otherwise, he might be at the research facility that I am sending the Manitobas, or the location of the old village of Glenn's Reach." And he looks over to Suzella's party, who was already... They're kind of waving at you guys as they're making their way over to the right cube. Any questions before I send you to your mysterious fates?
I guess once we're done in the cube, we head back.
If you have found nothing of worth, then you can report back to me. If I do not hear you in the next 3 days, I'm going to presume you have been killed in action, and thus I will notify the Argonauts Lodge of your unfortunate passing. You will be the next of kin whom you have designated will be compensated properly. But of course, none of you will perish. Of course, you are far too competent to let the cubes take you.
Does Ludmilla have any memory of this area at all from when she woke up, or
On board of, it's a weird feeling mixing in cubes and the stars and cattle.
Well, I mean, our objective is pretty clear.
yes?
So,
Indeed.
shall we get going?
Sylvester's looking at the figure above and he goes, of course. Good luck. Godspeed.
To you as well.
And the rest of you begin to make your way across the rolling hills. As the cattle pay no mind to you, some of the bulls kind of tussling with each other, and some of the cows just kind of grazing and leading their young baby cows and bulls across the presumed danger of the area. Otherwise, they're presumably domesticated animals that have been set free, and now they have found a nice home here near the Cubes of Solitude. It's almost as if the cubes themselves are either disinterested, almost as if these little structures are alive, and they're perfectly fine with the cattle being in the vicinity, or the cattle themselves might not even mind, or perhaps there's something supernatural about their association.
Maybe they're evil cow.
Maybe they're Peter Prayek spies.
I hope that they're
Cow
not
scrolls.
related. I hope that they're not
Maddie,
related to the creature.
You know, you're right. Let's kill every single cow.
Yeah, let's kill them.
Oh, no, you don't want to have the bull encounter
The bull.
of pulsating, living energy that the vegetation permeates, and looking for the sign of the unicorn dragon with the hourglass underneath. You see that there is a couple of broken spears. There are scatterings of sling bullets and slings themselves. The tether by which have been broken or snapped. You see that there are some chipped away wooden shields, some of them smelling of salt. And further ways away, you do see what appears to be an archway leading inside, perhaps one of the entranceways. As you continue further in, I'll go ahead and I'll change the scenery. Like, imagine the greater cube is above and consuming the gray clouds above. But just
I can
imagine.
imagine anything.
Just imagine. Kaida emote.
Imagine.
There's a large stone archway at the very top. It's very hard to make out, but the unicorn dragon with its wings spread out, and beneath it, the hourglass. You see that there are a number of skeletons scattered about. There is what appears to be a suit of armor, a fallen knight, sat on one of the rocks, kind of leaning over, holding the sword. It's resting against his right shoulder, looking down. An unfortunate soul dying on the watch to protect this archway. What could be so important that these men would be willing to die for? What do you all do or say?
No.
Yeah. Unless we find another gigantic archway, which she looks to the sides. It's not impossible.
Yeah, but
We should be on our toes, though. We don't know what these sort of enemies that we're going to be... We don't know when they're going to be coming out.
as far as I know, they supposed to be constructs or aberrants, but I wouldn't even trust these like skeletons. This seems like the type of place where those would come alive.
Stay on the lookout. There are a few others, Lucia, that the rest of the school doesn't know about. It is imperative that we find them first.
Who's a drill?
Never failed us before. And you want to start now?
Oh.
The Christian bits. All it took was
crits.
Malik not being here.
Christians.
Yeah, we should kick that guy. Bring in Nox.
Hey, you know what?
Don't
You
be
know what?
Ash, don't be Ash.
Look, you know what? No, I high key agree with that because at least Nox sometimes says something to commissions. That's all I'm saying.
And he is stunned.
Ah, hell yeah.
As you run up,
Stunned on a spellcaster's fucked.
as you run up, and it shatters the little orb he was holding into his chest. Oh, he's just clutching at his chest. His bullets.
I guess you go.
He's
just
a
clutching at his
fucking no. He
chest.
probably sounds like. He sounds like a fucking dog, bro. He sounds like the fucking hyena.
What?
Sounds like the hyenas from Lion King.
Let's check.
Larger than life. Oh, her yiddies are too tough.
Oh, hell yeah.
I will say,
Stacked.
Raymond,
you know what? I would say
Silicon.
enemies would treat you if it's let's see. You are treated as
You're
one
treated as
size.
one size larger for the disarm grapple reposition.
I'm trying to think about it from the enemy's perspective. If meta-wise, they already know that you're kind of big, that they won't be able to grab you, or if it's something that like they attempt and then they can't do that again because then they know afterward. So I'm gonna say it attempts to grab you and it fails because you are larger. It wouldn't have the meta knowledge.
I kind of like shove it off a bit.
Yeah,
I also think it's mindless. It's just gotta try anything.
yeah. No, you're right. I was thinking about it from a narrative perspective, but that makes more sense. But you know, good work.
I knew grabbing this feet. I knew grabbing that feet was
See
good.
when this comes into effect. I believe it's at the end of this.
It's at the end of the third round, he takes full damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it based on like total rounds or is it based on like his turn? I'm not sure.
At the end of the third round.
Yeah, it just says rounds, so I assume it's up to the rounds in general.
Yeah. So on round 5,
It doesn't really matter. He's at the end of initiative, anyways.
Yeah,
Oh yes, it's both.
but you know,
Either way, yeah,
is that everything?
it's immediately off. Yeah, that's 2 actions.
So you approach
And my
from the
hidden's
shadows.
off, but I'm still hidden's off. I'm still concealed though.
Gotcha. As you incant from the shadows, and the Garator feels a sense of imminent danger. It is like barely able to hold on as it's peppered with several bullets. Oh,
Oh my
That was
god!
almost a 1.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I will say, yeah, there is pretty much no reason to keep hitting it. It's dead in 2 rounds.
That is true, but you gave us an opportunity to crit it hard, so we're gonna kill it now.
Yeah, I'll take it, even though that's a 3rd level spell on off guard that you could have gotten by walking around.
Yeah, well, too bad we crit so hard. Anyways, Shanak takes rips its leg off with her jaws.
Yeah, I saw the big thing and I was like, oh yeah, big thing is going to survive. I can get use out of the spell, and no.
you think about
has to be good at their job.
Ludmilla, you think about your brilliant tactical plan as Shauna bites this hybrid chimeric hyena creature's leg off and just blood seeping from her mouth. And this one can't even grab you anyway.
Maybe you should grab Christian. Look at his fucking waist.
Yeah, look at his grabbable
Yeah,
waist.
Christian's waist is tiny as hell.
That shit is snatched.
See, now this is where Percy's like, alright, so this level 5 necromancer has disintegrate.
Feel frightened. Will save, please.
Oh. You know what? This is against fear?
Mhm.
Alright.
Come on, you can do it.
Natural.
Oh, hell
20.
yeah.
You hit him with the Fabiola stare.
Yeah, that's right. He's my.
You don't know
he's
an air
just-
fire.
He's just, I'm just mogging at this fucking dude as he tries to spell on me, not knowing that I have the hardest head in the entirety of the country.
Mogging the dog.
The Knoll's just bewildered by your deadpan glare. Ludmilla, is there anything else?
You know what? I think she'll just aura farm and try. Sure. I'll honestly, fuck it. I'm gonna try to demoralize the mage.
Go for it. Make
Why
it.
not?
Make an intimidation check. All right. Yeah, that will succeed. It is frightened 1.
Yeah.
Scared.
I think she just like gives him a look, and at this point, like her pupil is like super dilated, at the point where most of her like eyes just like the blue sclera, and like the pupil is just like a little like black dot that just shoots into him, and she doesn't say a word.
The gnoll steps back, almost hitting into the pillar behind it. Christian, it is your
Not
turn.
high
Kill
rolls
the bitch.
today, folks.
Malik gotta leave more often.
He's
Yeah,
keeping on. He's
healing. Yeah, he's
you know he
keeping all the
doesn't
high
have
rolls
his cam on. He could his throat could be full of crits.
suspiciously crit-shaped Malik.
All right, Shadak will appear behind it and like tear its nape off,
Oh,
like get some of its spine out.
as you
It's got big tusks.
rip and tear as it stumbles over Ludmilla's frightening gaze earlier, the two of you take advantage of its inopportune position, and you will subsequently slay the wretched gnoll sorcerer, and that will knowledge checks don't equal to a loss. You still get some information, but this looks to be a symbol for the opener of the way. Again, you don't have any particular knowledge on what this entity is, but you do know that apparently it is a deific figure, and its symbol. I'll go ahead and I'll do this.
If you're about to show us the Uganda knuckles, I'm going to lose my shit.
No. But why? I'm trying to find. Okay, yeah, this will work. But you see this symbol etched onto like a sort of wooden charm.
Fucking hell.
This looks like some shit in that fucking Obama black pill picture.
Yeah, I was gonna say that shit looks like conspiracy hell.
Open it of ways. It was no.
Oh, I know that one actually. One of the people that I talked to, Hajar, the cleric, who seemed to be from the East Islands, mentioned them. Apparently, it is a nefarious god that was worshipped here. So, but it was only a theory. This, however, confirms that theory to be true.
I see.
She also mentioned something about Peter Prick probably being consumed by this divine creature.
Like, literally?
Well, kind of more in the figurative sense, but also
Oh.
probably literally.
Oh, ew.
You know, like in the like mind consumed, you know, influenced, blah blah blah.
Unspecified skeleton. And he says, "If you can get me out of this, I can take you to the Temple of Timelessness. I was guarding the area on behalf of the on behalf of the Union, and then of course, I believe ran into trouble with the guy calling himself the Warden."
Is there like a visible lock on his like?
On the chains, yeah, there appears to be.
Oh, Fabulous is gonna smash
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Hold on, can Shanak check? Cause she's listening. She got like looked at this first and but was like trying to listen in. Can she suspect Teddy over here of lying?
Do a sense motive check.
Sensing his motive, he's lying about who he's guarding it for.
A cube. So imagine, if you
How-
will, this cube.
how big is this cube?
About half your size.
Ah, okay.
So like 2 feet. Okay.
Fuck off. I am not short.
Alright, so I need at least one of you, if you're proficient in alchemy, and the other who's proficient in sorcery, or magic in general. I need to attune to the item.
Yeah, right. Let me just discuss a few things with Ludmilla over here.
No.
Alright. I'll be out of earshot so you have your privacy. I promise I
Yeah,
won't try to
thank
eavesdrop on you.
That's very kind of you. Christian, can you talk to him?
I'm inspecting this thing.
But Theodore, he counts on his skeletal fingers and he says, I honestly lost track. There's some places around the region that sense of time gets a little optional.
No. And how did you establish contact back over the Union to guard for us?
Well, I didn't really establish anything. I've just continued my prior commands.
Yeah, I'm going to use lie to me and try to see if he's lying using my deception modifier.
Go for it.
So as just a blind deception roll.
Right. Or no, it's he rolls against it. So
Oh, that's
you just
right.
roll blindly.
Gotcha.
You can roll whatever.
Or perhaps changed over the course of being isolated to the cube. Nothing malicious. It doesn't appear that he is being truthful as far as you can tell, but you don't know if given his mental state, you don't know if he's someone you can trust at the moment. But he's being truthful. It's a weird mix. He's in this place. He's a skeleton, and he hasn't had contact with anyone, at least with Soviets, in a long time.
It's like dealing with a dementia patient.
Yeah,
Or a schizophrenic, or paranoid schizophrenic, I mean.
essentially. That being said,
He thinks he's telling the truth.
I will say this. We'll to end on this note, unfortunately. But I'll keep this in mind going to this the next session, as all of you do stare at the mouth, and you are so close to your desired location.